On Sunrise, a break-in and hours-long standoff takes over a Portland neighborhood, forcing residents to evacuate. A neighbor tells us how this all unfolded. Plus, healing through art, the effort to help families suffering from the trauma of gun violence. Your news starts now. A live look outside from our Skycam overlooking the city. It is 6 o'clock and Mother Nature has been very busy overnight. We've seen plenty of rain out there. Good morning and thanks for joining us and starting your Sunday with us. I'm Libby Dowsa alongside Daisy Caballero. And it was crazy near my house. I'm sure it is all over the city with the branches and the leaves and
the heavy downpour and gusty winds that we were expecting. We were talking about this yesterday during sunrise, and Mother Nature definitely showed out. We can actually show you that cold front that actually brought in all of those conditions here. It moves pretty quickly, but as you can see, all of that color just moving right through the I-5 corridor. Of course, we are kind of at the tail end of this system, and we're only expected to see maybe some lighter showers throughout the day today, if anything. So let's talk about those rain totals so far this morning, because they're pretty impressive. I mean, the day just started 6 hours ago, of course, so close to 4/10 of an inch for the Rose City, 1/4 of an inch over in Scappoose, 3/10 over in Vancouver. And as we're looking at the rest of our map here, close to 2/10 over in Hood River, nearly 1/2 of an inch in Astoria, and more than that as we're looking at Tillamook. So just continue to expect a little bit more of those spotty showers throughout the day today. Currently right now it is cloudy, 55 degrees in the Rose City. Quick look at your current temperatures. Check them out here. 50 degrees for Forest Grove, 52 for Tigard. Also for Kaiser, 54 degrees for Salem. And this is what you can expect to see for your day today. A high of 60 here in the Rose City, 58 for both Vancouver and Longview. There's a potential for us to see some thunderstorms. I'll talk more about that in my full forecast. Libby, back to you.
Sounds good, Daisy. Thank you. This morning, we're learning more about the hours-long standoff in Southwest Portland. We first told you about this situation here on Sunrise yesterday. A man with a knife is accused of breaking into a home and forcing residents to evacuate. Celine Stevens spoke with a neighbor who saw it all unfold.
For hours, they asked him to come out, let's talk, to come out to the window, let's talk, what do you want?
Around 11:30 Friday night, Portland police responded to a report of banging sounds that were heard outside this apartment off Southwest 5th Avenue near OHSU. There, they found 55-year-old Aaron Onufrock, who broke into the basement of the apartment and was armed with a knife. Despite officers' demands, the suspect refused to exit, and officers had to call in crisis negotiations and the Special Emergency Reaction Team. Eventually, they evacuated residents and blocked off the streets.
And the traffic was closed. I mean, the whole street, this street totally, and the other street was closed.
This neighbor, who lives right next to the apartment, says police came to his door, also asking him to evacuate.
I was out probably before 3 a.m., 2:33, and I got back in after 7 a.m. My neighbor stopped by this morning. She had to stay in a hotel, and he was threatening to put the building on fire.
Police say the suspect also started a fire while inside the building that burned a door in the basement as well. Around 6 in the morning, officers used pepper spray to try and get him out, which didn't work. Then they turned to irritant gas.
And I could smell it, even that corner. Even this morning, I had a little smell in the house.
Finally, after 6:30 in the morning, he surrendered and was arrested and now faces a few felonies, including arson and burglary in the first degree.
Of course, you watch movies that they go much faster and not taking 10 hours to do it, but finally, I guess they got him.
Onufrock also faces criminal mischief and criminal trespassing in the first-degree charges. Police say no one was injured. Portland police also arrested a man robbing 3 Portland area credit unions, man accused that is, and a bank in a span of a week. 2 of them happened Saturday. One robbery was at a credit union on Northeast 15th Avenue. About a half hour later, police say the suspect robbed a different credit union on Southeast 10th. He's also accused of robbing the same credit union on Northeast 15th on Friday and a bank in North Portland last Saturday. Police have identified their suspect as a 60-year-old man, Lance Fluker of Portland. In Vancouver, a man has life-threatening injuries after a car hit him while he was crossing the road. This happened late Friday night on Northeast Andreessen Road near 18th Street. Police say the driver had no signs of impairment. They continue to investigate what happened there. A social justice organization is using art education to advocate against gun violence in the city. Sydney Dorner spoke with families about their loved ones lost to gun violence.
Teresa Rayford founded the nonprofit Don't Shoot PDX, motivated to make a change after her nephew was shot and killed in 2010. Their art events focus on providing mental health support in the aftermath of tragedy, which she says is vital to stopping the cycle of violence. Don't Shoot PDX, a Portland nonprofit, is utilizing art therapy to heal the pain that follows gun violence.
With like arts and education, bringing back the experiences of our elders, sharing our history, and utilizing art to kind of build community that way.
Founder Teresa Rayford says she grew up in foster care and saw the effects in her everyday life, losing her nephew, Andre Payton, who was shot and killed in 2010, realizing it was time to lift up others in the same boat.
The need for mental health for our communities once we are like facing tragedy of gun violence, but it was also so that we could leverage our community access so that we could get legal support, so that we could get housing support.
This Saturday, Don't Shoot PDX partnered up with the Pacific Northwest College of Art downtown, teaching people printmaking, opening up a space to paint, plus hear from mental health professionals like therapist Yolanda Hargrove, who lost her brother to gun violence.
Through art and talk therapy, it helps you to really process what's going on. How do I work through this? How do I even live to see another day? How can I help my family through this?
Hoping this brings awareness to the other resources they provide.
Like they need someone to do mediation because of different problems that they're facing. If they need advocates in courts or schools, we've always been there. And we want to continue being there.
The signs made will be used at future events like their annual Reclaim MLK March in January. Sydney Dorner, KGW News.
Still to come on Sunrise, a big hole was left in a small community after their only grocery store was destroyed. The work being done to rebuild 2 years after the fire. And did you know you can watch Sunrise anytime you want on KGW Plus? All of our news is on Roku, Apple, and Amazon Fire. Look for KGW, add us to your home screen, that is, and stream Sunrise on your schedule.